Alright, so today I guess we figured we would do a video talking about who we are since we just hit 100 subscribers. Figured it'd be a good point to kind of introduce ourselves. Well, I'm Jacob.
I'm Megan.
And we're the Critter Wolves. Yeah, so I guess today we figured we'd talk about like our riding experience, our goals of the channel, and all that good stuff. But I started riding four-wheelers and dirt bikes when I was a kid, and went through like the teenage, like middle school and stuff like that without having anything. And then got another dirt bike when I was 18, 19, started working my first job. And ever since then, it's just kind of, well, we lived in a private neighborhood and we could ride dirt bikes on the streets, but we couldn't ride in the woods in the neighborhood. So that's when I started getting into stunt riding, just because what else you gonna do on Blacktop on a dirt bike? Just ride wheelies. So I've done that for a while, and it just got the money I was spending stunt riding was outweighing the fun that I was having. Just wrong bike, everything was too expensive. Doing it on a Sportster, it was fun. Just buying tires and no local spots to ride, and having to travel so far away just to ride, it kind of sucked all the fun out of it. So that's when we decided, I was like, I'm gonna get this big dual sport. That way we can go, I don't know, play through the woods, and I can get all reckless and stuff and have fun. It's right around our backyards pretty much. And then, how was your riding experience?
I have none. Well, not really none, but we had a 50 at one point, and I rode that around for a little bit through the neighborhood, and then a 110 we had for a while, and I would ride that, but not a lot.
Yeah, and I had another Grom before a long time ago
Yeah.
that she just let the clutch out first gear and just kind of put around on
it.
She never would. This is definitely her first motorcycle, and the Grom was her first real riding experience of her actually riding and shifting and doing all that good stuff. And so.
But I was only 2 days on the Grom.
Yeah, really, just 2 days. 2 days playing around the parking lot, and then our original plan was we were supposed to be going to Florida in the beginning of March to buy a camper, and we were gonna start like just traveling around more, just seeing more places.
Yeah.
Just because it's too hard to load this bike up with all our stuff and us two. I mean, it's definitely possible. I'm not saying it's not possible. It's just, as far as, I would rather use this bike playing around the woods around here with us two, and then travel and see stuff in a camper. Just a more comfortable way of doing it.
Yeah.
But if she was playing around the Grom, and I was looking at her, I was like, we got the money. I was like, do we go to Florida and buy a camper, or do we just get you a motorcycle? And well, you know, here we are.
Here we are. It was definitely last minute and spur of the moment.
Yeah, they have one up there, shoe fit.
But honestly, I think we've already used this more than we would have the camper by now.
Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, you know, we might buy the camper and use it 6, 7, 8 times a year. I said, or we can buy a motorcycle that we will use every single weekend, and it's a backup vehicle in case we need another vehicle to get back and forth to work.
Yeah, correct.
Yep.
Yeah, so no experience. I would always two up. So, like you said, he had the Harley before this.
Yep.
And then rode with him behind on that for a while.
Yeah. And we've ridden through all kinds of stuff. The stuff that she's ridden through on the back of me, a lot of people would never even do just by themselves.
We two upped everywhere.
Yeah.
In the trails. And I always liked, so I guess go back, I don't know. Well, maybe that's for another video. But I always liked the dirt bike style. Like, I don't really like riding on pavement. I didn't even when I was two up. I enjoyed the trails. No,
neither one was really enjoyed the Sportster was a stunt bike for the 2 years that I had it pretty much, and then
we didn't do group rides. We didn't do any of that stuff really.
I'm just not into it. I'm not into road riding. I like mountain roads, curvy roads.
Yeah.
I like corners. That's fun, but I don't know. I'm not buying a sport bike to go hang out with sport. I don't know. I'm just not into that kind of stuff.
We're just not. That's not us.
No.
So
going out and getting lost is more fun.
Yeah, and we originally started the YouTube channel to actually just look back on for videos. It wasn't really. Well, I don't want to say we didn't want to grow it at the time, but it was actually just for memory. We took a lot of pictures.
Yeah, like I look back at a lot of stuff that I've done before in the past, and I'm like, man, I really wish I had video footage of that. And it's just, I don't know.
And I think
So
it'll be good to see how I grow.
Yeah, especially I've had GoPros and stuff for the longest time, and I've never used them. They just sit around.
So now.
So if you have these things and they're just sitting around, start using them. Start doing stuff with them. I mean, you never know when you're gonna look back on something.
Yeah.
And pictures just don't do justice.
No.
You can inflate what happened in your head like crazy by looking at a picture, and the story will grow a little bit more every time. But when you have a video, it's a video. We got a bunch of riding planned for this summer. I want to do. We got a week off here in a few months. We're probably going to do the whole Virginia section of the BDR and talk about that a little bit. And one thing I really want to do is the main reason why I want to do just the Virginia section is I want to do it and I want to focus on all the Blacktop sections of the Virginia part of the BDR, because I noticed there's one huge section that goes right through Potts Mountain and Bald Mountain, and that Blacktop section, I think it's Barbers Creek Road. You could go up Bald Mountain, run down another road that's pretty rough, turn back around, come up that little section, run off the side of Bald Mountain, cut back, and then cross across Potts Mountain Jeep Trail, which is a really rough trail. It's definitely those two little trails that are probably 25 miles would probably take. It'll take anybody. That's a whole day. I mean, you're not going to want to do anything after doing those two.
No.
Yeah, you're going to want to camp on Bald Mountain, run Bald Mountain out, do Potts Jeep Trail, and then if you can get to Douthit, get to Douthit or somewhere near there. Yeah. Or just camp on the Jeep Trail. It doesn't matter.
I just think there's more...
or right there by the Jeep Trail is camping.
It's hard to make up a trail or, come up with the BDR, I'm sure, if you don't live in the state or the area.
Well, no, the BDR is, it's the back road discovery route. So it's scenery. It's scenic. Wow. Potts Mountain and Bald Mountain, they got good views at the top of those mountains.
Yeah, Potts is pretty.
But the work to get to them is not there. It's not worth it for a lot of people. A lot of people just want to cruise the dirt roads, cruise the back roads, and that's what the BDR is. At least ours here seems to be that way. The ones out west are completely different. They seem to be a whole lot more rough.
Challenging.
Yeah, a lot more challenging.
Yeah.
But it'd be cool to kind of add more dirt to it, because I know there's a lot of possibility to add more dirt to it.
And I think with this channel, we don't want to just focus on us riding trails. We're going to keep it motorcycle themed, but like he said, he's going to do reviews. We have a few upcoming like pros and cons we want to go over.
Yeah.
Like, just some different ideas.
Just like she's going to do, I'm going to do pros and cons of her riding with me versus like your spouse riding with you versus you teaching your spouse to ride their own motorcycle.
Yeah.
Something like that.
And I'm doing like a pro and con of me getting my own motorcycle versus me riding two up with him.
Yeah. And then we're going to do another one too, just kind of talking about why we chose these big ADV bikes instead of smaller dual sports. Because I've seen a couple people recommend that she be on something like an XT250 instead of the 390. But I got my reasons why we got these bikes. And she seems to be handling it a whole lot better than I ever would have expected. That's for sure.
How about that one trail?
What one trail?
That I was rough on, where people were commenting on that I shouldn't have.
Oh yeah, the little road we accidentally run up on and didn't realize it was going to be extremely rough. And I mean, if you go back and look at that video of her doing the beatdown on this 390, look at her face when she went through that first section. You can see how stoked she was, and people are telling me that was too rough of a road for her. And like, I mean, there's a reason why she didn't ride all the way to the top.
Yeah.
And I didn't force her to go all the way to the top. I pushed her through one more section, and that was it.
Yeah.
She went through one more little
But if he doesn't push me, I won't do it, and I will just... I mean, we've been together for...
I wouldn't push her through something I don't think she can do.
Now.
Yeah.
Yeah, he knows me better than I know myself.
Yeah.
So he knows that if he doesn't push me, I just will give up.
Yeah.
So...
It's like the day we were in the Samurai, when I was trying to get you to go up one of these little hills right here on the Samurai, and you were like crying because you did not want to do it. And I was like, come on, it's just a little dirt hill. And she finally just said, screw it, dumped the clutch, dropped the gas, and... I mean, I would have never went up it like she went up it. But we got to the top of this little like 5 foot tall hill, little dirt hill. And she was so pumped over that. I forgot about that too just now.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was too rough though. But I'm gonna be back to conquer it.
Yeah, here in a couple weeks.
No.
Yeah.
We'll see about that.
No, it's gonna be a couple weeks.
No, we'll see.
Yep. So yeah, I guess we'll catch y'all in the next video.
Yeah.
Ciao.
Peace out.